So hello everyone. Today we are solving the problem C, another array problem of Codeforces round 840 division 2. So in this question we have given an array A of n integers and we can perform an operation as many times as we want. We can choose two indices ij where j should be greater than I. Then we can replace the each element between ij inclusive by the absolute difference of the ai and aj element. So basically the operation is if we given an array is a b c d e and we have choose I as 2 and j as 4, then we can replace the each element between 2 and 4 by the absolute difference of the b minus d. So the array will become this. So after applying the operation we need to find the maximum sum as possible. So there are many cases, so let's see. So first case is when n is greater than equal to the 4. So the answer will always be equal to the max into n, where max is the maximum element present in the array and it is multiplied by the size of the array. So it will be the answer when n is greater than equal to the 4. So let's see how it is possible. So if the array is a b c d and if a is the maximum element which is present in the array, then what can I do is I can replace the c and d by its absolute difference. So the array will be a b c minus d and c minus d. Then again we can apply the operation here, then both elements are equal, then its absolute difference will become 0. So the array will become ab 0 0. Now I can apply the operation between the a and 0. So all elements between them will become a. So the answer will become 4 times of a. 4 is the size and a is the maximum element. So let's see the another case when n is equal to the 1. So the first element will be the answer itself. It's easy. So let's see the another case when n is equal to the 2. So there are two possible cases. First case is by applying no operation. So the answer will be equal to the sum of the both the elements present. And another case is by applying the operation on both the elements. Then the answer will be equal to the absolute difference of both the elements into 2. So let's see when n is equal to the 3. So if the array elements is a, b, c, then one way is by applying no operation, then the answer will be a plus b plus c. And another way is we can apply the operation between b and c, then they will become b minus c, b minus c. Then we can apply the operation again on them, then they will become 0. So now after we can apply the operation between the first and third element. So the array elements will become a, so 3 times of a. So it is one of the possible way of finding the answer. And another way is 3 times of c. We can apply the operation firstly on between the first and second element, and they will become 0, and we can take the we can apply the operation between first and last element. Then we will get the 3 times of c as answer. So what will be the maximum, we will store it. Let's see another ways of when n equal to the 3. So if the array is abc, then we can apply between operation between the first and two terms, then it will be a minus b. And we can apply operation now rest of the elements, then they will become 0. So one of the possible way is 3 times of a minus b, as all three terms will become a minus b. So this so 3 times of a minus b is the one of the way of getting the answer. And another getting the answer is 3 times of b minus c. Basically first I will apply the operation on second and third, then making the zeros the first and second term, and lastly applying the operation on first and third term. Then the all elements will become b minus c. So 3 into b minus c is the one of the way of applying the operation on when n equal to 3. And another way is applying the operation directly between first and third term, so all elements will become a minus c. So another way is 3 into a minus c. So what will be the maximum among them, we will store it and we will just print it. So let's see the code now. I have taken the input of n, then array when n is greater than 4. So firstly I have find the maximum element in the array. So this is the simple syntax of finding the maximum element. You can search more on Google of such functions. So I have just multiplied the maximum element into n when n is greater than equal to 4, and when n is equal to 1, the first element is the answer itself. When n is equal to 2, so one way is by applying no operation, so answer is arr 0 plus arr 1. Another way is applying the operation on the first and second element, so the absolute difference of both of them will be multiplied by 2, so the then maximum among them will be the answer. Let's see now when n is equal to the 3. So one possible way is just adding all three terms by applying no operations. So this is the one way. Another way is by making the last term to 0, and then making all the terms the first term, which is arr 0. So the answer will be 3 into 3 times of first term. Another way is making the first two terms 0, then the answer will become 3 times of the last element, which is arr 2. So the another way is by applying the operation between the first and the last term and multiplied by 3, as all elements will become the absolute difference between the arr 0 and arr 2. Another possible way is applying the operation between the first and the second term, then making the last two terms 0. And in this, just finding the absolute difference between the second and the last term and making the first two terms 0 answers. Then all are the possible answers, so whatever will be the maximum, just print it. So this is so that's all about this question. So if this video is helpful to you, then please do subscribe, and you can like this video as well. Thank you.